Good evening, Paranormal. Hey, this is your good buddy, Len Dorman. We're back at you. It is good to be back. So we got a great show coming up. We've had them before on the show, but they had to remember they had to work. Work comes first. At the previous show, he is with us tonight. So we are in for a treat. And they're going to be talking about what they're into and what they're going to be doing. They got a busy month coming up. This is their second podcast of today, so they've had a busy day today. Gwen, she said she's busy. She's never at home, so she's got a lot going on
tonight.
Yeah, which is unusual.
Yeah, but I wanted to welcome you back. He took a little break because of some health issues, and I'm excited for you to be back tonight. And welcome back. And I'm going to welcome our guests too. And then I'm going to let you guys have it, and I'm going to be in the background. So if you need me, you always know to say Gwen, and I'll pop up. But I'm going to let you go, and you just call their names, and I'll pop them up for you. How about that?
All right. Let's bring on Witch Division Paranormal. Bring them on in.
All right. There they go. All right.
Hey, guys. How y'all doing?
Guys.
I'm doing just great. How are y'all doing?
Good.
Pretty good.
Good.
As you were saying earlier, yeah, busy.
Yeah, it's been a busy time for us.
Podcast and radio shows and upcoming investigations and glad to have you back, man. Oh man, it's great to be back on the show.
Well, it's good to be back. I made a few changes. Backgrounds. I'm still working in here. I'm staying at home a lot.
Always working on the background.
Yeah, I've got to do some work outside the house, inside the house. I got baseboards still to put down in here. We're building I got a 10-foot by 30-foot front porch, and we're making 3 rooms out of it. We're going to put an Arkansas room in the center at the front door. Arkansas room is like a Florida room.
Yes.
It's just a little ante room, between your front door and outside with this nice storm door up there.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And one side's going to be a screened-in porch. No, I got to have a workroom. I have nothing to keep, no place to keep tools or to work on things. So I'm building a workroom. And the workroom's going to be right here behind me. I mean, literally right here.
Yeah. Wow. That's going to be some work.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. We got to put a couple of cinder block columns up under it. I put some sealer on half of it. We got to cover the whole thing with 1/2-inch plywood and then put the walls up.
Don't forget the insulation.
Oh, yes, because
I don't care what walls you put up, man. It's just a lot to do with the insulation.
Yes.
As far as having a good work area.
Yes.
And ventilation, which
it's
a good exhaust fan in there.
There you go.
Yes. It's quite warm down here still. Would you believe it hit over 90 degrees? And for the next 5 days, we're going to be in the mid-90s here.
Wow. Usually we're like that, but here lately
we got a little cool down here in the South Carolina area. It's been kind of nice, but we like to open up the doors and windows at night. But at the same time, certain time you better shut them because that's when the temperature drops.
That's right.
Yes, and we're having the nighttime lows right at 70.
Oh wow! Yeah.
So we're having a 20-degree difference between day and night.
Oh wow, that's definitely a change though. That's kind of get you sick weather right there.
Yeah.
You want to be all wide open t-shirts and but then in the middle of the night, sometime you're like, let me grab a blanket, and next thing you know, got sniffles.
That's it.
Hey, I just snuggle up next to the wifey.
Hey, whatever works.
Yeah, whatever works. Yeah, I mean, man, we're glad to have you back. Glad to be on the show, and glad to be on the show, and we're really looking forward to the upcoming investigations. Seven Devils Bridge. That's our next big one. We're doing a Halloween special. We're going to be I'll let Rabbit tell you about the global podcast.
Yeah, the global hunt.
Yeah, so sign us up for an event called the Global Ghost Hunt. It's brought on by the Parapod Network. So what they're doing is they're going to live stream and show pre-recorded investigations for like a 10-day period. It's going to be from October 16th to 26th.
Right.
And ours is going to be on the 23rd, which just so happens to be my 40th birthday. So yeah. We're going to be. What they do is they're going to, like I said, broadcast throughout those 10 days, various investigations, and we get investigations from four different countries. You get the U.S., Canada, the U.K., and Australia. So it's going to be a big global event, global 10-day event. So looking forward to that. And we are doing the Seven Devils Bridge, which is in Woodruff, South Carolina. So not only are we representing South Carolina here, we're representing like the Southeast United States as a whole.
Right.
So, which is great for us and for the paranormal community in the Southeast, in the Southern United States. Well, like I said, we're doing Seven Devils Bridge. It's steeped in some very sinister folklore. So we're pretty much going to go the legend is that there were 7 enslaved people who ran away from their master, Thomas Price, and they were caught, tortured, and hung at that bridge, which at the time was the old school colonial type covered bridge, but and it's still in use today, but there are no roads we see today, that the type bridges we see today. But the lore is every night at midnight, those 7 people who were hung there, they come back. They come every night at midnight and pretty much project their pain and suffering onto people who happen to be there. And there's been some cases where people pretty much go insane from being there. There's been reports of cars not wanting to work, or breaking down and all that. So we're just pretty much going to debunk it and see if it actually holds true to what happens. But there's also been people have also been seeing like green lights in the woods surrounding the area, and other and other paranormal stuff that's been going on, being touched and all that. So we're just pretty much going to go there, see what happens, because I'm going in there with an open mind. I'm not expecting it to happen, but if it happens, it happens.
Okay, what kind of equipment will you be using?
Yeah, like cameras, REM pods,
EMF readers, catalogs, you name it. We're stops on this one. I mean, we're gonna try to film and document everything. We're gonna be doing it live, and we're gonna throw everything we got at it. I mean,
yeah, and
equipment that you can imagine, EVP recorders.
Oh yeah.
I even got an EM pump, which I'm gonna bring along with us to try to amplify the area, so that way we can get at least try to get some really good evidence.
Mm-hmm. Our main
Okay.
thing is, debunking everything that people have been talking about for this long period of time about this bridge, and we're going to try to debunk and like maybe recreate some of the stories that we've heard about this place. So I think it's going to be an interesting and fun night for us.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are y'all recording this for the Global Ghost Hunt?
for the Global Ghost Hunt, we are along with our Facebook Live and TikTok Live. We'll be also on their streaming because they're also on StreamYard. So it'll be on their streaming whatever they're streaming on too. So
Yeah.
We're gonna have multiple live streams going at that time, and we will be recording all activity the entire time we're there. I'm sure, as you know, investigating is nothing like what people think. You know, I mean, we're gonna be there hours early, testing equipment, setting up equipment. You know, I mean, you know how it goes.
Oh yeah.
We'll be there probably 2-3 hours
Before that,
before
yeah.
we even do anything. But yeah, we're pulling out all stops on this one, and hopefully getting a good response out of it. That's what we're looking for. Or if nothing, that's actually what we're looking for. We're looking for nothing. We don't want nothing. We don't want to get nothing.
Right.
We're there to debunk and to just prove that these things do happen.
We've done it before in the past.
And if not,
yeah, and we're gonna try to go out there, and if it is true, we're gonna find out.
you'll know because y'all be there with us.
Everybody will be watching.
Well, I hope you have great weather.
I hope so too.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, bro. We're going either way, man. We're going.
We're gonna get some umbrellas, I guess.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
plus it's going to be South Carolina in late October, so you know it's going to be a little bit chilly, but we'll handle it.
Yeah, gotta get those hoodies out.
Yeah, but as you know, once again, I mean, you don't know what to expect or what's going to happen while you're there, or what's going to go down, or if you're even able to do the investigation.
Yeah,
I mean, we planned and then show up and it's just pouring down rain, and you're like, man, I can't even get out of the car, you know.
That's what happened to us at our previous investigation.
Yeah.
It was raining.
So I mean, yeah, you never know what to expect, and always expect the unexpected.
Yeah, that's it. That's about the only downside with doing investigations outside, especially with like like you going in expecting, oh, it's gonna be fine, but next thing, as I said, next thing you know, it's pouring down rain and can't really do anything. But like I said, we're gonna go head first, and like this was one that Ashley brought up because I'm as Jay and Harmony know, I'm the one that like when it comes to legends and folklore, I'll dive head first into trying to debunk it. Like,
yes, he will.
Well, at least test it out, not try to debunk it, but at least test it out to see if it's true. And I'm all up for it. If something happens to me, I know I got backup to help me get better. So,
well, try not to fall in.
But I can't promise that, but I'll try.
I was gonna say we're going under the bridge.
We're gonna try to go underneath that bridge.
So some of the pillars are supposedly still there
From
the original bridge, and so we are going to go under the bridge. But now we're not guaranteeing anything. I mean, you may all fall in. I don't know, but
oh, I'm not.
But no, it's just a creek. It's a very large creek. She said, I'm not going under the bridge.
No, I'm not.
Anyway, no.
I am. I'm gonna go down there. I don't care.
I'm Albert.
I'm not swimming that.
Outdoors person. I'll be the one going under the bridge. Definitely. But yeah, I mean, that's us right there. Go in there, get it done, and it's an amazing team. And as we was talking about in the podcast earlier, I mean, they told us they were just like, oh wow, y'all are just such a diverse team. Y'all bring so much to the team together, and it's just unbelievable. And
all of us have a lot of things in common, and the differences make up for everything. You know, it's awesome. It's like we are a family. You know.
Yeah, I mean, we pick each other up and we build each other up as much as we can, and we're getting
somebody to say hi.
Get quite a few people saying hi. I noticed Jill. Hi, Jill. How you doing? Thank you for joining. And Rez, thank you for joining us tonight. So glad you could make it. Yeah, just the team's so diverse, and all the things that we bring to the team and in a whole is just unbelievable. And community, paranormal community, witchcraft community has just been so welcoming with open arms.
They have, yes.
It's unbelievable and so appreciative of being accepted. Because when we started this a year ago, we just said, man, is this really going to take off, or are we just going to get laughed at? Are we just going to get ridiculed because we're witches and paranormal investigators? And no, it's just not absolutely nothing like it. And getting accepted into the paranormal community has been an amazing adventure. It just, man, just been a wild ride, and I see a much bigger wild ride on the rise here. You know, just especially with Rabbit here.
He's been such an asset to our team. I mean, like we can run ideas off of each other, and it just clicks. You know.
Well, you're blessed to have good teammates on your team.
Yeah.
Because there are so many groups that they form a group and a month later they're split up.
Or just never get along, or just
exactly
bickering. Well, I know we know we've been a part of many teams, and
it's a lot of ego in some of them, and that's not the point of being a team. A team is working together and unifying and figuring out, okay, we're a paranormal team. Let's get some evidence. Let's do our investigation.
You're going to disagree. I mean, that's what people don't understand. You're going to disagree. That's the point of this team, is to disagree, but to do it respectfully. Just be like, okay, I respect your opinion, but I disagree.
Yeah.
And bringing that to the team is a lot, you know, and people don't realize what it takes to build a team. Luckily, like I said, I mean, we just fell together. We just melted together. It just happened. And like I said, we've been a part of other teams and it just never worked out. And like I said, when we met, it was just fireworks. You know, it's just like, hey, man, I like the way y'all do things. And agree to disagree. Exactly, Glenn. That's the best part about it. And to be able to do that is hard. It's hard to work with each other and be able to agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Is there anybody else in your team besides the three of you?
Not at the moment. No.
Not at the moment.
Just
we have a few other investigators we work with
that come along with us on some investigations.
But no,
and then there's our team mascot right here. Let's go.
Here you go.
Oh.
That's one thing that's one thing I would like to incorporate is him going on investigations with us, because animals like they tend to pick up more stuff than since they're more sensitive to that stuff.
Right.
Paranormal, and like when it comes to and more once we get past the Seven Hills Bridge, if we have to do more outside investigations, he's probably if I'm able to bring him and see what happens.
And we're bringing other stuff into the investigation, such as Harmony has mentioned, maybe possibly bringing some of her haunted dolls, and other haunted objects into our investigations.
And we're thinking about using the dowsing rods. I've been practicing dowsing for a long, long time, and I'm able to connect with spirit through the dowsing rods with my higher self, and when I connect with them, I can use, they utilize the dowsing rods through me, and we're able to communicate back and forth. And it's funny because in past investigations we've had, he would have the spirit box on and I'm doing the dowsing rods and I'm answering, it's answering every time it says yes on the spirit box. My dowsing rods go to yes. Before, I'm already there, and he's like, wow, it just said yes as soon as I was like, yeah. But I mean, I love that kind of stuff. I do work with haunted dolls. People all over send me haunted objects. I've been working with spirit dolls. I call them spirit dolls for probably over 7 years now. Yeah. And I got one last year from Clemson, South Carolina, from a nice lady, and Stormy, and she sent it to me. And we were able to find out a lot of good information regarding the spirit in the doll. So I thought that was just wonderful.
And that's our main goal is debunking things and helping other people with understanding the paranormal.
Yeah, and also we want to educate them as well. Us being witches, we're doing lives now. Since we talked, Mr. Len, and we've been doing lives on TikTok, Facebook, and we are, doing readings to help people. I'll do my tarot readings and oracle card pulls, and that way we can help people, feel a little bit better about themselves. I have cards that actually communicate with the other side. So when I use them, I'm able to connect with hopefully their loved one. I always say I can't guarantee what I'm doing there because of the fact of that's just how it goes. But most of the time, I can communicate through tarot cards and dowsing rods. And, we've been doing these lives because we want to educate people also on, witchcraft and things like that. And that way they understand there's nothing to be scared of when it comes to if you meet a witch.
And that's the difference is investigating and being, in both fields, makes a big difference, in being able to help people dealing with this. Because a lot of times they don't understand that it is a little bit of psychic ability. It's a little bit witchy inside of you that, this is why I see spirits in my kitchen, in the middle of the night.
Yeah, a lot of people don't,
and it's
they
just like,
don't want to think that they're crazy, but
and they don't want to be a witch,
Right.
and they don't want to go against, the religion, but they're
like, I don't have, my religion does not have the answers for this. And they come to people like myself. I have huge Facebook pages. I also is on Instagram at Simply Witch Official, and I'm on there, and I make content, and they pay me for it. And I go on there and I help so many people on that page. It is unreal.
Honestly, the biggest thing is helping people read tarot cards. That's her biggest thing. That's mostly what she spends her time doing is helping people understand and interpreting tarot cards. And I mean, I know people don't exactly look at that as paranormal, but I mean, it's just
In a way,
it all
really
kind of
is, but
it all
in my
kind of
opinion-
plays together,
Yeah,
as far
it
as
does.
communicating with the spirit. Still, we're still communicating with the spirit somehow, and like I said, a lot of people just are so relieved when we're just like, look, this isn't what you think it is.
And when they find out, they feel more relieved. They're like,
Right.
I don't have a problem with you.
Yeah.
I think that this is awesome. Thank you. Thank you for helping me, and assisting me in this, because I couldn't go to my pastor with this. I couldn't go to my family with this or friends, and sometimes it does. It causes a lot of fear and anxiety with the paranormal and about witchcraft as well, So people come, and when we're out there doing our lives, we're actually educating them about these things. And I think that's the best thing about it, and us going and helping other people
By debunking and
their stuff. Yeah, debunking these
and going to
things.
these other places and visiting and debunking these things is just Ravenwell. Is just unbelievable satisfaction in just going, okay, look, everybody, this isn't true. And we got more views and more likes on the Cottageville investigation we did of the debunking. And just people were just like, wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know the history. I didn't know that this actually happened. I didn't know that actually didn't happen. And we come to find out the spirits don't like people coming out here and trying to make this stuff happen.
Make the ritual happen.
Yes.
It's the ritual of that place is that you drive 3 times around the cemetery, then you pull up in the middle and you flash the lights several times and beep the horn. And what they say is the spirit's supposed to rise from the grave, and you could get hit. People said that they've heard voices, seen different lights. They have been hit, scratched. And we went out there, and it was a wild experience. My youngest daughter was to the side, and she does a lot of our editing for YouTube, for our videos on Witch Division YouTube. And she had her own experience there, and we were wrapping up filming, and I saw her behind me, and something definitely, it walked up on her, and it just scared the crap out of her.
It was her first paranormal experience.
Yeah.
The first time
Oh,
she
wow.
said, hey guys, this shit's real.
And
I'm
she's
scared.
sitting there talking to
Yeah.
people in
And
other
she's talking to her
countries.
friends. Yeah.
She has a lot of friends in Japan and things like that. And she's
She's like, no, I'm on an investigation with my we were out there in the middle of the night.
It was
I mean,
really
it was
late.
classic though. I mean,
Yeah,
but to give people that experience is
it's great.
enlightening. It really is. So how
Well,
you been doing? How's your stuff been going? Just curious.
who, me?
Yes, after
Yeah.
coming back. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, I've been just hanging out at home. I've had some medical issues, and I'm over it as well as I can be. I don't have to go back till September 30th for a checkup, see how things are going. So I'm doing okay. Like I said, I'm doing some work on the house, inside and out. I've been trying to find the owner of a local hotel, and I finally found him,
Mhm.
and we have talked, and he is going to retire in a year.
Oh, wow.
So we are talking about setting up the hotel, old hotel that's been closed, has gone through several owners, nothing really going down there. He's got storage down there. Is cleaning up a little bit, doing a few repairs, and he and I are opening it up for investigations.
Oh, wow.
This
That's
is a place that's never been investigated,
Oh,
and local people will not. You got to go upstairs to get to the hotel. Downstairs was an old barber shop and a couple other things. You got to go upstairs to go to the hotel area. Several people have tried to walk up those stairs and only get about halfway up, and they said it's just too creepy, and down they go. They leave.
Oh, yeah.
But
See,
so that's what I'm looking at. And I'm also thinking about investigating a local nursing home that's been closed now for about 8, 9, 10 months.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know if I can get in it, but I want to go over there and at least open up Ghost Box or Echo Box outside of it.
Yeah.
I believe you'll get something from that. I just have a feeling. Yeah.
So that's kind of what I've been working on.
That's
That
another
is
thing I want to
awesome.
put in there as far as investigating is that yeah, it's a lot more work than what people think. And I mean, getting these
Oh
positions,
yeah.
finding
Trying
these
to
people.
find the people, and that's a big
I
challenge.
mean, yeah, who owns the
sometimes.
property and who? Well, now I found the person who owns the property, but guess what? They don't own the building, so I still don't have access.
Yeah,
And
Right.
a lot of people just
it
have no
is.
idea
It's a
what we
lot
go
of red
through.
tape to go through sometimes, and sometimes
Yes.
you luck out and you are able to get in touch with them,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh
Or
yeah,
they respond right back, but
Oh,
then
yeah.
most of the time, yeah, it's weeks or months before you can even find
Mhm.
somebody to get an answer from. And yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
so when it comes to searching, investigating, and debunking these places, it's really hard to get in there. It really is, and to make sure that you're legal and safe. That's the thing. Yeah, I mean, you could probably walk on there right now, tomorrow, and nobody would know or nobody would care. But at the
Mhm.
same time, to do it and do it right and do it legally is a whole nother ballgame.
Mhm.
And that's what we're about as well. Making sure that we're safe with these investigations and explain this stuff to people on what we go through and how we go through. We spent 6, 8, maybe even 12 hours to give people 10-minute video of evidence. And that's what these people don't realize. Yeah, I mean, or months of investigating,
Yeah.
researching, deep going through the folklore and separating them. That's what Rabbit does for us.
Yeah, and then my daughter, she helps us
and the
with the
editing,
edit.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean-
we're all working on the editing and listening, and and it is.
I
It's
mean,
a
at
lot
the
of
least,
process,
I mean,
but I
one-
love it though. I
one
do.
investigation could take you at least a month.
Mhm.
At least a month
Yes.
of work. That's the minimum that it usually takes us to even think about investigating. And like I said, we've been researching and looking up the Seven Devils Bridge for months now, and we haven't even been there. None of us have ever even been there, and
Yeah.
still got several weeks to go before we go.
And
So-
we're still doing research. I think I shared something earlier with Rabbit that I just came across on TikTok, and I was like, Oh my gosh! So
here's something new,
yeah, you're gonna have to look at that later.
Something else we gotta add to the story that we had no idea about.
We just found out some
Even
more
though we're
information.
promoting this,
Yeah,
we're still
It's great.
finding out information
and
and
it's
debunking.
coming to us, so it is definitely meant to be for us to go, and we're gonna try to debunk a lot of things. I'm gonna try to go out there and maybe use the dowsing rods at some point, probably under the bridge. I'm thinking about doing that.
If you go under the bridge. Now,
If
hold
I-
on now.
if I-
If she goes under the bridge, people,
I will.
after I go down to make sure it's safe.
That's right. They'll go down first,
Yeah,
and then I'll be
we're gonna
like,
go-
okay, I'll go down if it's safe.
But no, we are big on safety in our investigations and protecting ourselves. We don't always show that. We don't always put this in the videos. It's stuff that we do in
have
the preparation.
demonstrated, like on our TikToks, us saging ourselves and smudging ourselves in little bits and pieces of our rituals, but that's the thing. We don't show everything because, we have certain traditions that we go by. And like I said, he said, we want to take every precaution when we go out there, and we go out and have fun too with it. I think that's the most important thing when you're going out. Have fun, and the spirits. And I found out, through many investigations, when you're relaxed and you're having fun, that's when you're going to get some activity.
Actually, we got our best evidence and best is when we're not investigating or we're not paying attention. Or when we're just in general conversation. It's just like, wait a minute. Did you hear that?
He had an experience. I will have to send you the video, Len, later, but he had an experience at the Holiday House. He had no idea that there was a spirit looking downstairs at him, and we caught the spirit
coming in and out,
going in and out.
It's on my YouTube. You don't have to take my word for it. You can go watch it yourself.
Yeah, it's on TikTok, our TikTok page
and
too.
Pretty much everybody that has seen it has said that was a child watching you. That was a child's head. That was a child's,
And what's weird about that is right there where that child was sticking its head through is where the bedroom was.
The children's room in the Holiday House. It's over 100-year-old funeral home. And of course, they lived upstairs, like you were saying earlier. In the, they had a barbershop, they had a restaurant, or they had a bar downstairs.
Yeah.
And then the hotel was upstairs.
And that's how they lived.
That's how they lived.
Their
back then.
kitchen was actually upstairs at one time, according to the owner now. So and
so that's where and that's kind of how we dictate on where we investigate, and how we investigate is by those things that happen, and we know that for a fact this is how they lived back then, this is how they were, this is how they talk, and that's how we approach the investigation as well, with a clear mind and saying, okay, well, these are the things we need to bring, these are the offerings we need to give, this is how we need to respect these spirits.
Because we also incorporate a little bit of our religion into it, where we leave offerings out there for the spirits. We tell them, what when we went to do the murder investigation, we had left flowers at the woman's grave that was murdered, in Rock Hill. And she really opened up, and I believe they followed us to the person's home that we were investigating, because the murderer used to live in our client's home. So we were out there with another investigator, and that's how we met her, or the client. And I'm gonna tell you something. When you get validation like we did on that case,
at the
cemetery, it was wonderful.
And at the home, we had the same exact answers, and that was the most compelling thing. And I mean, it shocks me now, even being able to say that we had the same answer. I mean, identical, same voice, same numbers. Same. I mean, I don't want to give everything away because I want everybody to go check out our. I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to give it away because
it's on our YouTube.
Go watch it on our YouTube or our TikTok.
Okay, what's the name on your YouTube channel? Which Division Paranormal?
Yes, which division? Which division?
Anywhere you go.
Yeah, which division Paranormal Investigations. All they have to do is put which division in, and we'll pop right on up. You'll see the little black ghost icon that we have. We have a little ghost, and you will see it on there, and you'll be like, oh, that's them, you know.
We actually hit Google Fame. Yes, you can actually Google Witch Division.
You can Google us on Google now.
And
Yeah.
we come up like third or fourth on the list as far as Google searches, as far as Witch Division. We'll pop up on Instagram or TikTok or one of those platforms. And we're so proud of that. I mean, had no idea that we would ever make it in the Google search.
You know, we can find you on Google search.
Yeah, we found you. And it used to not be like that. I mean, it used to be, oh, we're Witch Division. And people like, oh, well, how do I find you? And well, hold on, I'll have to send you a link. And no, not anymore. Now it's just we're Witch Division. Look us up on Google.
And we just pop up, yeah. And I think that's awesome. And it gives us more opportunity to help more people, you know, with the paranormal and, you know, with the spiritual world altogether.
Yeah, we do residential. We do our own personal investigations. Other teams, we share investigations with other teams.
Yeah.
You know, when somebody has something that they don't understand. Actually, during a recent TikTok live, we came across a witch's bottle and posted about it.
Oh my gosh!
And
yes,
it was just like people were like, "Oh my God, well, don't touch it, don't do that." And we're like, "No, we're showing you."
It was really weird. It was what was it, Melbourne or Melbourne?
Yes.
Melbourne Historic Melrose Cemetery in Swansea, South Carolina. It's got it's a decent little small cemetery, a lot of rich history with it.
But it's historical because some of the first founding members are buried there.
Of Swansea, South Carolina. So they're very well known. And we went in there, and Len, we were just walking around, and what was weird, we pulled our car up, and Jay was like, you know, Harmony, look at these graves. They're covered with it was like a doorway of trees. Like you could walk underneath the doorway, and they had their own like little space to themselves. Everybody else was spread out, but these graves were right there. But at the time, we didn't think about it. So we were starting to have technical difficulties with our live. So we literally had to shut off our TikTok live and come back on. So once we went around the cemetery and we did some
See, now I'm gonna show y'all a picture of this real quick. This is the bottle that we found, and that is 9 pieces of parchment paper wrapped and knotted specifically with 9 knots of black string,
herbs
in it, and things like this,
and undefined liquid.
Yeah, we don't know what.
So when we walked over there, I said, Jay, I was just like off camera. Here, I've got the camera on live and everything, and people are watching. I'm like, Jay, I think we found a spell bottle.
No idea it was there. It was awesome find.
Yeah,
it is actually very common, and I know,
here in the South. Yeah,
I know people are going to automatically think, "Oh, well, that's bad." That's like we have no idea. Now we know what the spell is. We know what spell they use, but it's not always bad. It still doesn't mean that it's a bad spell.
Right. Well, what is the significance of those things in the jar? I mean, what are they supposed to do or undo?
Well, some of them are petitions, and for protection. And the reason why, they're rolled up. If you noticed it when he had it up there, they were rolled up, right? So all of their desires of what they want the spirits to do were put on that paper. And every single herb corresponds with their personal intentions. And they put it all in a jar, and they do their little ritual. Every ritual is different. Okay, when you're performing folk magic, there's a variety of things that you can do. Now, sometimes those type of spells are to protect the spirits of that area. And sometimes they're things that they ask the spirits to do for them. And they leave the jar there until the job is done, whatever they're asking for. And it's a little bit, I would say, a little bit of necromancy in my opinion. Yeah.
And that's where the knot work comes in. The intricate knot work, and each one was tied.
Yes.
Specifically
same
exact way, and almost
definitely
to the measurement.
Yeah,
I mean, spacing in the knots. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of energy.
And
This
some of
isn't
the
something that was made overnight. I mean, this was months and months of preparation and planning
to make this.
to make this bottle.
Now, when we were out there initially, we always do like a pre-visit, and we promised our not Facebook, our TikTok followers, we were like, hey, we're gonna go out to the cemetery. Do y'all want to go? Do you want us to do a live? They're like, oh yeah. So we rode out there, and we didn't see anything in that area or anything around there that would say that somebody had been out there. But they had to just recently came out there since we had been out there, and I think that's just
The jar wasn't very dirty, and that's why I'm going
And-
by.
yeah.
It would have been more worn, no rust on the lid.
Yeah,
no
so it's been out there just
minimal
shortly.
dirt, like the rain had just kind of washed up on it.
Yeah, because
recently.
we did have some rain prior to those days when we left from there, when we came to do
And
just
just
our
so
little
everybody
pre-visit.
knows, and I do want to put this out there: do not touch them. Do
No.
not mess with these.
Yeah,
Do not have anything to do with it.
It-
Admire it, look at it if you want, but do not touch this. We don't touch these.
if you find something at a cemetery,
I don't care what it is.
yeah, don't touch
Don't
it.
touch it.
Don't touch it. I have a friend that owns a cemetery in another state, and they're like, we find this stuff like crazy in there. I mean, they find some wild stuff from burnt up dolls and all kinds of just spooky stuff, jars, just like we did.
But
But,
it's not,
yeah.
like I said, that's the thing. It's not always spooky.
No,
You
it's
don't
not.
know what these people
but
are doing
if you
or what's
are,
behind the
if you-
intention.
yeah, if you are knowledgeable in that, you kind of see what is in there. But I didn't touch the jar, neither did Jay, and I didn't get really a bad feeling off of it. I felt like it was more for a protection thing.
Yes, it was something else. Absolutely something else. Was it evil? No. But was it something that could potentially, have harm? Yes. If you disturb it, yes.
Yeah,
You don't want
yeah.
to mess with that cosmic
Yeah.
energy. I
yeah,
don't care
you
what
don't
you
wanna
put in
mess
there.
with that.
You know what I mean? You just don't want to mess with that.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
And I mean, so yeah, but a lot of people misunderstand what these things mean and what they're actually for.
Yeah, they do, and that's where we come in and educate people about it. And we ask people, what do you think it is?
Yeah, what do you think it is?
what do you
Yeah,
think
we
it
actually
is? And
posted it on
so
Facebook.
that
said,
way we can bring up
what do
conversation.
y'all make of this? And people were just like, oh, well, it's bad. Don't take it, blah,
Mhm.
blah. And it's just like, well, no, you're wrong. We do know what it's for. And
But we're not going to disturb
I'm not going to
it.
disclose this because
Yeah.
I don't want to give that up. And I don't want to get
yeah,
that
like
information for
like
somebody to dabble with.
exactly. We don't give out that type of information.
I know
but
we don't know what was written on them.
no,
So
but I
we
have
don't know
a,
the intention, but we do.
but I have an idea. Yeah, because I've seen that kind of stuff. I've done a little bit of folklore magic, and I've worked in a lot of with roots and spell jars, and they're very common. They're very popular in the witch community. They've been spell jars are basically, it's an easy type of spell to do in a snap. You can do it for love, you can do it for money, you can do it, you can perform these spells for hexes, you
Or
can,
basically out of anything as well. I
yeah,
mean,
protection. So I mean, you can, there's so many different types of spell jars out there that someone can perform, and anybody can do it. And that's the thing. So,
they're actually very common in the cemetery and other places, especially
Yeah.
in Louisiana and New Orleans. Oh my God.
mhm. But
People
you
have
got to
no-
imagine it is a lot of like hoodoo practitioners out there, and people that are into these folk magics and conjure, they're out there doing these things. And like I said, and I'm glad that did happen, because we were able to talk to on another live, be able to talk to our followers and have these discussions with them and kind of educate them of what they are, so they don't think, oh, it's evil, because we don't really know. We assume when I've looked at the herbs and things like that, when I kind of glanced at it, but yeah, we just try to educate people and show them, the truth, regarding.
This is the truth of what you're finding and what you're seeing.
Yeah, so if you're seeing these things in a cemetery, or you're digging in your yard and you find one, cover it back up.
Just cover it back up. Just let it be.
Just let it be.
I mean, just go a foot over and you're good. Okay, just go a couple of feet over.
Yeah.
It's okay. Your plant will survive just as good 2 feet
Mhm.
over that way.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Hey, I got a question for Rabbit.
Yeah.
Do you participate in things like this, or do you have knowledge of this kind of art? I call it an art.
Yeah, it's I'm more of like a researcher and follower of all faiths. Like I don't practice just one particular faith. Like with them, I like read up on. I pretty much pick and choose like the good parts of from each faith, and then uh, read up on each one's folklore. So that way, when we go to certain places, I know like where to direct my questioning and all that. So like if we happen to go somewhere that has Christian faith, that one I have more knowledge in because I was raised in the church and went to Christian schools. So yeah, like some of my leans to that, but I've gotten away from that and opened up to learning about more faith and learning how to appreciate what each faith brings to the table.
Okay.
So
Are,
I
are
don't
you learning? Are you learning about tarot cards?
not yet. I've wanted to. I just never got around to doing it yet.
Well, I'll take care of that.
Like I said, I'm up to learning anything, and because like I said, I do a lot of research and I do a lot of research about anything and everything. I not to make a fun of my name, I go down the rabbit holes on anything I find. So, and I'm usually up to like late in the morning, all because this looks interesting. Next thing you know, like 6 hours later, I'm like 20 sites over on the first thing I was looking at.
No, man, he let me disclose that he works late at night and he gets off late at night. So when everybody else the whole world's asleep, our friend Rabbit is over there wide awake, and this is what he's doing.
Exactly, yeah.
He does it in the middle of the night.
He'll hit us up and be like,
He'll
"Hey,
be like, hey
y'all."
guys, look what I just found.
And for
And it'll
some
be like
odd
3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
It'll be like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'll send some random message. All because I'm up and like trying to wind down from work until 1 o'clock.
And sometimes I'm up anyways because I work with clients, online, and I'm doing like tarot readings and different things like that. So I'm having sessions online, and sometimes they take a long time. Like
Or
people
they're
like,
in UK or something, and
and it's like a big
they're
time
4 or
difference.
5 hours behind us.
Or they're ahead of us,
Or ahead.
but yeah, there are some people that live on the West Coast that reach out to me. I have as clients, and I help them too. And also, I do teach.
But then again, sometimes it's fun to wake up in the morning at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and you're like, "Oh, Rabbit wrote us. Oh, hey, wake up, get up. No, he's got something good going on here." And so, so I message you back, and he's asleep for the next 5 hours. And so
Yeah, like usually by the time they're waking up, I'm going to sleep. So
yeah, we're getting up at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. He's going to work. We're getting.
But it works out. It works out.
It
great.
works out great, and then we start having little powwow sessions and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, I think that's what's great about it because Rabbit is open minded, and that really helps a lot of people who are watching our stuff and are questioning things, and they're like, and he can tell you nothing that we do is really bad at all. I mean, nothing at all.
No.
but yeah, I'll say
Go ahead.
I'll say during our investigations, you might hear a little might hear a few here and there of random facts because that's what I also do. Like I'll look at the location, then somehow tie something like another location or another folk story and tie it to that location because something came up to tie it in. So
like I said, we just all the way up until that day, or even that while we're we're finding information or finding something else that we didn't know about this place or location.
Yeah, and we're able to ask the spirits when we're doing our paranormal sessions. We're like, is this true?
This true?
You know,
did this happen?
Did this happen? And if we are talking to something that is actually communicating with us back and they answer it, that's when it's a great, great reward for us, because it's like a big validation. So like I said, Rabbit and Jay and myself, we just bring a lot of things to the table. Let's ask this, because I found this, and I talked to so and so, and they said this is happening.
We keep that information to ourselves,
yeah,
or each other, just from each other, just for that reason. While we're on that investigation, just be like, hey, by the way, did y'all know this? And we do that for that reason, is to get that wow factor. I hate to say it. But showbiz, baby, it's showbiz. To get that wow factor, just be like, hey guys, did y'all know this history? I just got this response.
Yeah, like
to it.
Yeah, and then we show our validation to each other. We're like, hey, look at this. This is what I found, and proof. They just answered it. Yeah,
and they just answered my question.
Yeah.
But yeah, unlike most paranormal teams, you go on with all the information they can find. I like to go in, and I'm sure they do, with like most basic of information. Like we'll do our own individual research. It's shared like the most basic information, and then as investigation goes on, that's when we start revealing, hey, this is what I found. This is what I found. So that way, if this part of the story lines up to what we found, that's when we like to share it.
Okay.
Exactly.
Like we all know, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to ask one question to all three of you. What form of protection do y'all use during the investigation?
Oh, well, we use a lot of different protections.
A lot of different, and it also depends on the investigation. But the main things is walking in with a clear mind, clear conscience. We don't expect anything. We don't want anything. Yeah. We don't expect anything out of the investigation.
But protection-wise, him and I do a ritual at home before we leave. And the ritual that we do is we do a protection ritual. And we utilize our gods and goddesses that are incorporated into the other world or the spiritual world. Like you got Hecate, for example. Hecate, people know the goddess Hecate. And a lot of investigators who are pagan will utilize Hecate, as a form of protection. Now, for me, because I am a Celtic pagan, I incorporate the Morgan, the goddess Morgan, and I will call upon her, and him and I will do a prayer together before we leave for the site, and then we put on our protections, and we smudge ourselves, and we make sure that when we head out that we are protected all the way.
And as far as protecting our friend Rabbit, we saved the hell out of it. We saved the hell out of him. I'm not gonna lie, there's no way to put it. Just
but what I do before going out, and on the way there, is what something I picked up from a previous team member from a previous team that we were on. I pretty much do a version of the St. Michael's prayer. Which is pretty much my way of it's my way of praying to like the higher power, to all the higher powers. Hey, what I'm doing is help me out, protect me, and then even as I'm driving, I'll be like, all right, I don't know what I'm getting into. Just like I said, it's just my version of the St. Michael's prayer. Just pretty much help me, guide me, protect me, just make sure just make sure me and my team get safe or are safe.
And we do the same. Yeah, we do the same. We pray overall for our team. Yeah,
we pray over our whole team and protecting ourselves. It doesn't matter what religion. It doesn't matter if you're black, purple, Chinese. It doesn't matter what you are.
Yeah, and as another form of protection is a couple years ago I was part of my the Christian upbringing I had. I have the St. Michael sword on my back, tattooed on my back as a way to help protect. So that ties in my Christian upbringing, along with all these other faiths like the pagan faith, and just helps tie it all in to help protect us as a whole.
We didn't know. I just want to put that out there. Until here recently,
He
we had
sold us
no
some
idea.
things.
Yeah, we'd never seen his tattoo until here recently. He
Yeah.
showed us his tattoo. Of the store. It was like, man, we've known you all these years, and you're just now telling us, man, you got this badass tattoo on your back.
Yeah, so and after everything is said and done, we usually do a good smudging and prayer, and we're good to go.
Grounding.
And then,
Don't
yeah,
forget the grounding.
and grounding. And the thing is when we get home, before we enter the house, this is my rule. Before we enter the house, we both take off of our shoes and leave them on the porch for the night. And the reason why is because in some traditions, believe it or not, that you can actually carry the dirt from the cemetery in your house, and it can cause a little bit of paranormal activity.
Yes.
So we take off our shoes before we come in the house, and and then the next day I will take them and go wash them and everything and clean them.
And believe it or not, the old crazy alien theory as far as covering your head. We do.
He calls it the alien thing, but honestly, it's called veiling.
It is.
And it's been in a lot of different spiritual cultures. So when we go out to a haunted location or even a cemetery, it's always a hat. I don't wear my witch hat in the cemetery. I'm just letting y'all know. That would be kind of hilarious if I did. Imagine somebody pulling up in a cemetery and you're seeing the witch run across.
Witch walking across the cemetery.
Yeah. So but
actually, that would scare the hell out of me.
Exactly. That's why we don't. That's exactly why we
maybe
don't.
I should do like a little video.
Well, no, I was gonna say, you remember when we went on that one and I wore the cloak?
Oh my god!
And some people rode by and I had this full cloak on, but no, we were just taking photo shots. We were just taking photo shots.
We were taking some pictures of us.
Glamour shot.
We were taking some pictures for a little bit of a promo we were going to do for our YouTube channel. Okay. And so Jay was like, well, let's dress up and, put on our garb and let's just go out and do it. So about that time, some people come rolling around and they just looked at us, and we had another friend with us, and she's a medium from New York. And her husband, he's like one of those, he's a skeptic. So he's standing there and he's taking pictures, and Jay's letting out these these smoke bombs are like this big.
Yes, I found smoke bombs.
So we've got colored smoke bombs.
Yes, going in the background and cameras set up.
I'm like I said to my friend, because he was taping her and myself, because we both dressed up in cloaks and stuff. And I know those people had to be a little bit shocked. But we were walking through the smoke and trying not to hit the tombstones and this little pathway he put us through. Yes. It was awful. That was just like, oh my God,
it didn't work out. The end of the story is no, it did not work out. The video didn't work out.
It was good, but then again,
it didn't come out like we wanted it.
The smoke was just awful. I mean, it was like, I had green and red smoke coming out my face. It was just
people driving around in the background.
And then there was these two people. They were just like.
So everybody, that's what paranormal investigating is like. It doesn't always work out like you want.
It does.
No. I spent big bucks on these fireworks and these smoke bombs, and just the whole video, we scrapped the whole thing. Just
we
everything.
You know what?
I give up. It's not going to work. Not happening. No.
But our friend's husband was there, and he loved it. He was like, "This is awesome!"
Yeah,
and he's taking pictures.
Thing in the world, yeah.
I was just like, "Oh my gosh!"
Yeah, he loved it.
Her and I were just like, "Oh my gosh!"
We're not going to use it, and I'm like, "Dude, nah, it's just not good enough." And he's just like, "Man, I had a great time." But no, that's just how it goes. I mean, people don't realize it, but
yeah, but not to get off point, but yes, we do a lot of protection. And in the last investigation, Rabbit was kind of affected because he didn't do his protection. Is that right?
Yeah, I kind of.
You protect yourself afterwards.
Yeah, I dropped the ball on that one and had some had a run of bad luck, sort of say.
Yeah, I was like, Rabbit, why didn't you hit me up?
Why didn't you let us know? But no,
But right now everything's working out. Everything's going back the way it should be. So it worked itself out.
It did, and most of the time it does in certain cases. But for anything, we really are careful about what we do.
or try to be
Yeah, and
as careful as possible.
yeah, I mean, nothing is foolproof, even with protections. People go out there
No.
and say, "Well, I wear this and this and this, and this is going to protect me." Not all the time,
But now that
you know.
a lot of people don't realize the other protections you need, as far as wild animals, snakes.
Nobody
spiders.
thinks about the environment.
Nobody ever thinks about this. When
Yeah.
you go in these you was talking about that place earlier, and you even said that some of these places, is under construction and dangerous. You got to worry about stuff falling from a ceiling or stepping on a nail or
Yeah, so we go out.
a
Most
closet
of the
full of
time-
black widows. Or
Yeah, so
you
most
just
of the
have
time
no
we
idea.
go and we go take a look at these places
Yeah.
and to make sure it's safe for our team. And because, like I said, we've had foxes run up on us. We've
Deer.
had deer.
Coons, possums.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
Have you had coyotes?
not yet.
Not yet, but don't talk about
No,
coyotes. That's a whole nother story for me.
Yeah.
I'm a avid hunter, and I had a wild coyote story, and but no, we haven't had anything like that.
No, not yet.
But yeah, I mean, definitely, it's not safe. A fox is not safe. They're not trusted. Possums are dangerous. They will bite you. They will run at you. They will attack you. And they're out there at night. They're in buildings. They're underneath the car. They're they're more dangerous than the things that you're chasing. I can promise you that. And that's the biggest thing about being a saver about. It's not always just the spirits. You ain't got to worry about the dead. It's the living you got to worry about.
Yeah.
That's my biggest thing.
I didn't word to Dean Winchester from Supernatural. Ghosts and monsters and stuff I get. It's people that scare me.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
it.
exactly.
That's the scariest thing about paranormal investigating is running into other people.
Yeah.
Other
Yeah.
people, other things you can't control. Somebody getting hurt. We carry a full medic kit. We carry food, water supply. Like when we go on these investigations, man, I could camp out there for a week if I wanted to. I mean, people don't realize, and they're like, "Well, why'd you bring all this stuff?" And I'm like, "Cause you don't know.
You just never know.
You never know.
You,
don't know.
you never know.
I mean, yeah,
I-
you come out here and your car doesn't start as you wanted. This
Right.
is what you wanted. This is what you got. Well, what are you going to do when it happens? You got a car down the road? Oh, we do. That's what we do. We park a car down the road and then we bring a car with us so that we are prepared for these situations.
Yeah, Rabbit will have his and we'll
Yeah,
have ours,
or-
and
Rent a car or whatever. And like I said, food, water, supplies, medic kits.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people just don't realize what this stuff goes into. Personal
Mhm.
protection. I carry a knife. Rabbit carries a knife. She carries a knife and a taser.
I'm gonna get them one
you
way or
don't know.
another. I
You
mean,
don't know.
never, yeah, you
Like I
just
said,
never
it's
know.
not always the spirits we're worried about. That's not what we're worried about. We're worried about the other things that are going to affect our investigation or other possibilities.
That's right.
Well, one thing you may want to add to your kit is an ace bandage, just a wrap.
Got
Oh,
it.
we've got it.
I got
You got it?
I
Good,
got it.
because
I've
Mr.
got a
Lynn.
full
Oh.
survival medical kit. It's got syringes. It's got sutures. It's got hemostats. It's got everything. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
no kidding. It's everything.
Yeah. I mean, I could take your liver out. Yeah.
No, please
yeah,
don't.
I almost broke my ankle one night investigating a cemetery.
Exactly.
Wasn't using a whole lot of light. I was going mostly by moonlight.
Right.
And I took a step, not realizing exactly where I was.
Right.
And I went past my ankle and about a third of the way up my shin
Ooh.
because I stepped on a freshly dug grave.
Oh my
I'm
God.
cringing.
I guess the funeral had been that day or the day before. The dirt hadn't settled yet. And I went my foot went about 7 or 8 inches right through the dirt.
Oh wow. Well,
Lots of
broken my
creep
ankle,
factor.
So I know what you went through.
But yeah, that's it. And being prepared for a situation like that is very important.
So I made all kinds of apologies. I'm sitting here talking to an empty flat place. It wasn't a mound. It was just flat. That's why I stepped on it.
Right.
Didn't have a marker yet. So I had no idea who it was, but I was profoundly apologizing for stepping on their grave.
And see, that's true paranormal investigator
That's
right there.
right.
That's true.
Nobody understands
Yeah,
that.
just like, yeah, I'm more upset that I stepped in your grave than I am hurt. I'm more hurt inside than I am hurt physically. That's paranormal investigator.
Yeah.
Absolutely. 100.
Mhm.
That's right.
But I could have popped an ankle easily had I fallen over. And of course, I still remember that this was 15 years ago, and I still remember that. And the creep factor.
Yeah.
Ooh, don't
But,
remind me. I've been there. I've broken an ankle going downstairs, and
that's what I was saying about you
That
know,
sucks.
we always try to go out ahead of time. Look at these things. Things change. Storms. We've actually went to go on an investigation and come to find out that the road was cut off by a log in the road and we couldn't get through there.
we could not get through.
So I
Yeah.
mean, we always try to go out there ahead of time before we do an investigation to make sure that the area is safe. Unfortunately, we're not going to do that with Seven Devils Bridge just because it's so far away. But we are going to plan on going out there, you know,
Way
several
earlier.
hours early.
Yeah.
We'll be there, you know, setting up and checking everything out before we even cut the first camera on or any device or anything. Is absolutely go to make sure that the situation's safe and that our team is safe.
Well, send me a note when you start recording, because the people that do the global ghost hunt, I believe, is going through Parapost, correct?
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
They're some good, intelligent people. He does a little acting on the side. Well, that's his main job, actually. And their tech guy, he is very, very good at putting videos together. They're a good team. So I wish them luck with their global ghost hunt, and I wish all y'all luck with your video for them.
So thank you so much.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
I mean, experience in this it's just been wild. I mean, this ride has been wild. Can't thank everybody enough. Paranormal community, witchcraft community for allowing us and helping us doing this, and the support that everybody's been giving in these podcasts we've been getting invited to are just
That's great.
it's astounding. Yeah, I mean, it's mind blowing to
And
us.
we didn't even
and we
expect
appreciate
it.
it so
We
much,
really
yeah.
didn't, and
We had no idea.
we had no idea how wonderful the community is. You know.
It's got a lot of egos, so you got to be
Yes.
careful. But people are usually friendly.
Yes.
As a majority, there are exceptions, of course.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got to get the door first. Hold on, you got to get your foot in the door first. Once we got a foot in the door, then they become friendly.
Yes.
Then the world changed. It was like everybody hates us. Everybody don't like. Oh well, now everybody loves us and everybody accepts us. And so yeah,
Right.
I think by us making videos and kind of giving them an idea of who we are and going to these different places, you know, they're just like, wow, you know, I want to go there. They'll hit us up and like, hey, will y'all take us there next time? Can we
well,
investigate
can
together?
I go? And it's just
Yeah.
like, well,
Yeah,
well,
we do. We do work with a lot of teams, and they hit us up all the time on the down low, and they're like, can you kind of look at this picture, or, you know, and because they hit a dead end, you know, they weren't sure what they heard or what they seen, and they don't tell us. They just say, hey, just look from this point to this point and tell me what you think.
yeah.
And and we do that a lot. I mean, and I think that's what's great.
That's another thing we try not to do in our videos as far as putting it in your head of what we're seeing and what we're experiencing.
We're talking just about from our point of view.
Yes, and then we try to give
Yeah.
everybody the chance to say, well, this is what I heard. This is what I
Right.
see.
Right. You have different kinds of pareidolia. You have the visual, where you're seeing shapes, you know, whether it's just leaves or some kind of background.
Yeah.
And you have the light just hit it, and you'll swear up and down it's a human face, but it's just leaves or a limb of a tree or something.
Exactly.
You've also got the audio pareidolia, where you already said this person usually tells us this,
Right.
and then people start listening for those words, and they'll actually kind of hear them because they're trying to hear a certain statement.
Mm-hmm. And
Oh, we've had arguments in this house over dinner, over something we've heard. It's just
when
like,
we're going through evidence,
yeah, and she's like, well, I heard this. And I'm like, well, I heard this. And, okay, so let's call somebody else in.
well, we usually call our daughter because she does a lot of our editing for our videos on
And she's
YouTube.
like, well, I didn't hear none of that.
I heard this.
This is what I heard. And we're just like,
and we're like, Sam,
gosh,
we're like,
well, holy smokes. Now it's all totally. Now we're rethinking what we heard.
yeah.
You know?
But Sam,
Right.
our youngest daughter, she's got a great ear for EVPs, and I'm so blessed. And my oldest is the same
She's
way.
a tiebreaker. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
our tiebreaker.
How old are they? Your two daughters?
My oldest is she's 25. She was born
Okay.
on Easter, and then my youngest is she's 20.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll
Summer.
just make a comment about biology. Women hear things at a higher frequency than men.
Wow.
Why? It's because they are tuned as child caretakers,
I believe that.
and a baby's cry is high pitched sound.
Mhm.
So the high pitch in women are actually better at hearing a high pitched sound, especially the ages you're talking about, which are prime birthing years.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Their whole biology has said, okay, there's a kid around here, the kid must be taken care of, and they're hearing a high pitch, whatever,
Mhm.
and they get attuned to that. And I'd never mind investigating with somebody, either a teenager or somebody in their 20s, because I guarantee you they'll hear things I don't.
Yeah.
That's our daughters. You just nailed the head. Because she's both of them. Robin and Samantha are the same way. They just like, Mom,
Yeah,
did
and I
you hear
spent
that?
30 years in construction in a steel shop. So my hearing ain't so great. So
Yeah.
yes, I definitely rely on other people and
And
other
we
people's
rely on
hearing.
headphones when we're going through
And
evidence. The
headphones,
best
yeah,
headphones we
because-
can find, we utilize. Yeah.
Yeah, I've you see these
Mhm.
because at 69 you're going to lose hearing,
Yeah.
and I've got excess on the right side, and
Right.
the way I compensate, I got a little amplifier.
Oh wow.
It's about that big, rectangular one, about that thick. But it's got the little microphone in front of it. And what I do, I slide it in my pocket.
Uh-huh.
And rather than sitting there listening to it repeat words, it has an earphone jack. So I put on another smaller set of headsets than these.
Mhm.
And I'm walking around an investigation, and I can hear pin drop with that.
Yeah.
That is so cool. That is so cool.
That's the way I compensate for an old man's lacking in hearing.
But isn't that great with the technology?
Yeah.
My grandfather, he lost his hearing probably in his 70s, and he lived like to his mid 80s, and he had one of the first phone devices because he was deaf. And like I said, he didn't know when the phone would ring. And my grandmother had passed. So my older sister, she went to the phone company and they had this new device out at the time. And this had to be, gosh, back in, I'd say maybe 89, 90. And this thing would hook up to your phone and it would put out a strobe light, a flashing white strobe light. And he would always be in the living room because he loved his little recliner. And if he saw the light, he knew somebody was calling. And then he had a built-in like thing in the receiver where he could adjust the volume so he could hear. So
Okay.
yeah, I mean, I totally get it. I totally get it.
You said you do tarot card readings for people.
Yes.
Do you use them during investigation to help you contact the spirits?
I have not, but I use them before the investigation to kind of give me an idea of what we're going to walk into, which is a little bit of cheating on my part, but I like to pull them in and ask questions before I go. And shoot, 9 times out of 10, they're so
Basically, we
accurate.
can't reveal all our secrets of how we get the communication we
But-
get and how we
Yeah.
have the experiences we have.
So with the lives, I will go on lives and take the tarot cards, and I will talk to people, and I let them know before I do it, I'm not 100% if this is who I'm reaching out to. And sometimes as I hold the cards, I can actually feel the people who come in and, step in through the cards. I can feel their energies, and I will mention something during the live to some of the people that are asking the questions, and they're like, oh my gosh, that's them, because I give out specific things about each person that comes through to me while I'm reading the cards. And I think that's just a great thing. And I started learning tarot cards when I was about 8 years old. I started reading cardomancy, which is just using like a regular deck of cards, and each suit would stand for love or money or whatever. And so I started learning on that when I was young, and then I went to the tarot and oracle and everything as I progressed down my path. But then I went right back to the cardomancy, and I enjoy the cardomancy. That is really accurate. And I tell people who hide being witches, they'll come to me and say, well, I can't have tarot cards, what do you suggest? I'm like, go get you a deck of cards, use those. And so, but yeah, I absolutely, that's when I utilize and talk to the other side, is when I'm on the lives, and I do readings every single day. If you go on my Facebook page, just my regular Facebook page, you will see a card reading every single day. I will sit in my living room, and I go into my own meditative state, and I connect with spirit. And you can try to talk to me all you want while I'm in that I will not answer you until I get the answer and what they want to give me. And once I do that, I put it up there, and 9 chances out of 10, some people, they click like on it, or they'll write me through the message and say, Harmony, oh my gosh, can you do more of a reading for me? And sometimes I'll just give them a free reading and say, here you go, but yeah, I do a lot of things with the cards, and also with divine dowsing rods and things like that. But I use the dowsing rods sometimes to communicate with my spirit dolls, because they like to connect with the dowsing rods, which is great. It makes it easier for me.
Rabbit, do you ever use dowsing rods, or are you strictly a regular equipment kind of guy?
I'm just a regular old school equipment guy. I'm not big on dowsing rods. Mainly for a fact they could, well, at least from my perspective, if you get someone with shaky hands, it could mess it up. But like I said, I'm just pretty much
happen. Yeah,
it does happen. So like I said, I'm more of the old school video camera, REM pods, voice recorder.
Yeah, I use a lot of voice recorders when I'm
on
it also.
And then also I rely on my my intuition of like if it's like that gut feeling, like if something feels off, like then I'll let them know. Then something's not right here. We gotta at least try to lighten the mood or back off for a little bit, then go back into it. So
yeah, we definitely, we know each other's triggers as we've been working together. And like I said, I like the dowsing rods. I can hold them pretty steady for me. But like Jay, he loves them, but he can't use them for certain long time, And I always suggest people, when
big hands, they don't work well in big hands.
Yeah. So when you get started with the dowsing rods, you want to just work with them for maybe 5 minutes. Don't go over 10, because you will start to get sick. And that's just a reaction that you will get if you if you do it too much. And it'll make you sick, and you could possibly throw up or faint. I've seen it all, and people are like, I don't feel good after I use the dowsing rods. And I'm like, how long have you been doing a dowsing? Oh, I've only been doing, for a month or whatever in a short amount of time. And I'm like, do not do that. When you go to do dowsing, you want to, when practice is great, you want to practice, but you want to make sure that you don't go over 10 minutes until you got to gradually work up to that. You know what I mean? Then you can go a little bit further each time. But yeah, I always suggest don't work with them. If you're new to it, don't work with them for over 10 minutes because you will get sick from them.
I quit using them.
Really?
Because I found out that I can actually move a dowsing rod just by concentrating on it.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And I can sit there, somebody else is using the dowsing rods, and I can just sit there and you go like this,
Mm-hmm.
or go like this.
Mm-hmm.
Just me concentrating on the dowsing rods, and the dowsing rods start moving.
Can I tell you something interesting about dowsing rods and pendulums?
Go ahead. That's what we're here for.
You don't even need those things. You can actually use your body to do those things. And all you have to do is really clear yourself and just ask a question like you would with your dowsing rods or your pendulum, and your body will naturally sway to the answer. And it's very cool. You have to practice at it. But I mean, you can look this up and it's amazing. I think I seen something on it the other day and I'm like, oh, I know all about that. But yeah, you can actually use your body to get answers when you're you can use your body, like I said, as a dowsing rod. I mean, I'm being really serious here. So I mean, but it takes a little bit of practice, and you have to figure out what your yes is and what your no is, and then once you do that, boom, you'll be able to just douse anytime that you want. For me, particularly, it takes a lot for me to do it, but it's pretty accurate. I'm telling you. It's like tapping into your higher self and tapping into the creator when you're going to do it. And it's a really great experience.
Yeah. Although your hand will start to cramp a little bit, and at my age, next thing you know, a little tremble sets in.
That's what he goes through too, Mr. Len. Mm-hmm. He does the same thing.
Rabbit, what is your favorite piece of equipment since you're kind of an old-fashioned guy?
Favorite piece of equipment would definitely have to be, the video camera and voice recorder. But I do have a new piece of, well, I've had it for a couple of years now, just haven't pulled it out much. Called it's an EM pump. Everyone pulled it out like maybe once or twice with my old team. It amplifies. I actually used it at the old house, the house we did in Chester, which is an old family plot from my brother-in-law's family. Use it there. It amplifies the electromagnetic field.
Right.
And yeah, it actually worked. So that's my newest favorite piece of equipment. But the old school equipment, it would definitely have to be video camera and voice recorder, and the occasional. I'll throw in a REM pod too. So I just like to keep it basic.
Yeah, and we're kind of the same way too on some things. I mean, I like to take pictures, and I just take random pictures. And I swear to you, I will get things, and I didn't see them at first, and somebody will be like, "Harmony, did you look at that picture?" I have to show you one from my haunted doll, and I mean, like, you can actually see something over top of the doll. There's nothing reflective in my hallway. It's just, I mean, I love to do those things. I would love to learn more about spirit photography. I think I have a really good knack at it, and I love the old school stuff because it's proven,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is very interesting when you start getting into it. Video photography is something I like myself. I'm trying to find. I guess I don't have it here. No, I don't. Oh well. I don't know where my little camera is. but thought it was in this drawer. But a good, of course, they call them full spectrum, but they're not really full spectrum. They just took the IR and the UV filters out.
Mhm.
If you notice, there was a couple of photos of Baxter's Grove.
Yeah.
In the intro video that I made.
Mhm.
The ones with the red filter looking to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
pink one.
Yeah, I had one of those. I just don't know where. Yeah, I had one of those handheld digital full spectrum ones, and yeah, it worked out great.
And of course, you can tell I like a little bit of UV light.
Oh yeah.
Very important.
Jay is looking into that a lot here lately. I mean, like he sits down there and debunks a lot of the shows with the shadow figures and things like that walk across, and he's like, no, that's a lens thing.
HMO and the ISO and HMO lighting and triangle effect.
Yeah.
It's opened my eyes to a whole different way of photography and videoing, as far as making sure the light's behind you, if any light source, or what's slowing down your shutter speed and your isolating your light projections to get a better video, because we most of the time we're in low lighting situations.
Yeah.
And so that was the biggest thing that came to my knowledge was slow down your shutter speed for one, and that's way because you get a longer time in between each shutter to capture it in a low lighting situation.
Right. It allows more light to come into your camera.
Yeah.
And either do the film if you got a film camera, or the digital for it to record a little bit more light. Like you say, if you're in a low light situation.
And that's like these people capturing these things with the Ring and Bing and all these things and all these
on the Ring cameras.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, people, no. And the reason is because they don't have ISO capabilities. The shutter speed does not change. The lighting does not change. It doesn't focus in. It doesn't change anything. So if anything in the environment changes, it looks paranormal. It just does. Now, I'm not saying all of them are fake, and I'm not saying that people aren't having these paranormal experiences. I'm just saying all these orbs and all this stuff they be showing on some of these videos and stuff with these things, no. And the same thing with a lot of people capturing stuff on their phones and with these digital cameras and stuff. It's like, no, you don't understand. A digital camera does not have the same lenses as a regular camera. And they don't have the same capabilities of changing those things, the lighting of the shutter speed. And you can't control that. And so, yeah, I mean, most of the time, no, you're not getting what you think you're getting on these cell phones, because the cameras are not, yes, they're good, they're clear, but they're not as good as an actual traditional camera.
I'm assuming you do some 35 millimeter photography.
Yes. Yes.
Like I said earlier, he's learning a lot about it, and he's still learning.
Yeah, still learning. It's a lot more to it than what I ever imagined.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I didn't even know what the light meter was. I didn't know what it was for. I didn't know why this guy ran around shining this thing and going, okay, this is where we need to put the camera. And that's because that's where the light's coming from.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing when we're videoing. And you can ask the Rabbit and Harmony, you know, I'm over there. Hold on. No. Hold on. No. That's not it. And I'm over here moving the camera like feet and 2-3 feet over and back and forth. And they're like, what are you doing? And just set up the camera. And I'm like, no, it's lighting's not right. Hold on. Wait a minute. The sun's going down now. We're going to start filming in like 10 minutes.
Kevin and I just take off. We just take off and go, and we go off and do like little sessions or wherever we're at. You know,
that's what I'm doing, and that's why I'm setting up, because I'm making sure that I can give the people the best experience and the best videos that I can, and the best truth. And I want to make sure that we don't have any of those mistakes as far as, oh well, so and so walked in front of the camera in the background, and now, or in front of this such and such light, and
Yeah.
all of a sudden now there's a 7-foot shadow figure walking in the woods.
It just disappears.
and
It's
just
really
everybody's
somebody
like,
in the
oh,
background.
well, it's like, no, that's just our friend Rabbit. But he didn't realize he was going to get the car to get this equipment,
I've actually,
or he needed a new battery, and it just casted a shadow.
yeah,
And so that's
it's wild. I mean, he's like, don't move over that way. You'll do this stuff.
Yeah, you can't go that way. You can go this way all day long, but you can't go this way. They're like, why? And I'm like, because the dude's going to cast shadow and it's going to block my light, and I just set this guy. But no, it's a lot more to it than what people think. That's for sure.
Yeah, it is. We Rabbit, or even myself, I'll just walk off for a little while and
most of it's better just to do that. Just leave me alone. Let me do it.
And then he's like, "Hey guys, I'm ready.
It's time.
Like,
let's go."
I just stand there. I'm like, "All right."
And everybody springs in action. It's just like the action. Let's go. And everybody's all right. Let's go. I'm ready.
Yeah, on our last investigation, we had a trip that happened to us. We were just went out there one night and investigated this place. Not just what was it? Hell's Church? Yeah. So we went to Hell's Church just to check it out, just to make sure that we were going to be safe there. And he had his camera on the tripod, and he had it, he had it sturdy. Like you just hear him, he's thorough. And I swear to you, I had my camera, and I'm just going like this, and and I'm holding it so we could have another point of view. And I swear the camera just, you can tell this part. It's
you don't have to take my word for it. We have video of this, and you can go watch this right now if you like.
We'll send it to you.
The camera moved. And I've seen something.
You're talking about your YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
Yes, on YouTube, it's on our TikTok, it's on most of our social media.
And yeah, this was another place that we just recently visited called Hell's Church.
Yeah. Yes, and it zoomed the camera button on top. You could hear it. We heard it. You couldn't hear it.
Like somebody was actually pressing it.
It's like somebody zoomed in.
Yeah.
Bumped the camera like, doof. And as she was saying, is she's videotaping.
I'm videotaping
using Ghost Tube.
Yeah, I was on my Ghost Tube. And
I showed the video of what happened during the camera and a shadow figure. Even though you can see clearly that neither one of us is standing in front of the camera or near the camera.
And you saw a shadow figure from that actual camera.
In front of the camera. It blocked out the light. It moved the camera and it zoomed in. And immediately I sound like a crazy guy. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean,
I sound like a crazy guy. Who touched my camera?
Crazy.
Why'd you touch my camera? I didn't tell you could touch my camera.
Yeah, he started going. I was like, whoa.
Yes, you can actually go check this out. I take my word for it. We have full video.
Mm-hmm.
You can clearly see from her video that we're nowhere near this camera, and that you heard.
But he kind of set it up because the fact of he said to the spirits, he was like,
But I was talking to the other equipment.
We had other equipment laying on the
Pods,
tombstones,
and
right?
Cat balls and stuff. We had this other equipment, and I was like, "Oh, you can come touch this equipment. You can come play with it." Well, I wasn't expecting them to come play with my $800 camera.
I think they would play with the camera.
We just bought this camera.
But see, I wanted to go in this certain spot because earlier that day, I was out there earlier. And I had the Ghost Tube on, and I was just videotaping, and I was called to a certain grave. And when I get that pull, I'm like, Jay, I've got to go over here because something wants to communicate. So I go over there, and I saw this lady's grave, and I was talking about this earlier day. And long story short, I have the Ghost Tube on, and the Ghost Tube says William, and I'm like, William, and I looked at, and I said it out loud. And I told Jay, I was, is there a William here? And he was like, he looked over there and he's like, yeah. I was like, oh, really? And I flipped the camera and yeah, there was a William and William R, or either it was William J or William R Jeffcoat. And he went by Big Boy when he was alive.
Yeah. So
we actually got that. And that was just awesome. So I decided let's go back at that spot, but oh my goodness, They almost messed up a good camera. I mean, I was like, oh my
I said,
God.
this is a brand new camera. We just got it.
And,
And I was like, yeah, I told you to touch my equipment.
but not the
But
camera.
not the camera, not my brand new camera. But no,
Yeah.
it was an awesome experience. And I
It
mean,
really
something that
was.
I could never recreate.
Mhm.
I mean, because, like I said, they bumped the camera, they zoomed in, and then blocked out the light in front of it without blocking out the light.
Yeah, Rabbit can tell you that place is just something about it. It's just auspicious. During the day, it's just nice and beautiful. But you have to be careful because the ground is sinking in, and there's a lot of people. I think it's like 49 people that are buried there, and only half of the graves are marked. And you have to be very, very careful because there really isn't much of a walkway at this grave site. You can actually
It's
sink
a
in.
forgotten, abandoned church and cemetery, non-denominational church and cemetery. Is what
And
it's
they never consecrated the land.
Yeah.
And supposedly, the church was demolished by a storm.
hurricane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We found out later on.
But unfortunately, we're gonna have to call it night. We have to go to work tomorrow and got things to do.
Well,
It's getting late here.
Rabbit, do you have anything else you want to add to tonight? Because we have gone over an hour and a half. We are, yes, it is. We started at 8:30 in my time Central, and it just turned 10:10.
We got 11:10 here.
Right. So I was wondering if Rabbit's got anything he wants to add before we go ahead and end
So
the
that's
show.
not working, but I just want to say with the light of everything that's going on, I just want to say everybody just be positive, be respectful, and have fun doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's right.
And try to love each other.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We
That's
need
it.
that right now in this world, you know.
That's it.
We
Love,
need
respect each other,
We need to
and
spread that light a little
enjoy
bit more.
what you do. And if you don't, then don't do it.
Exactly. Do what you love.
All right. And one more time, where can they find you?
You can find us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. So those are our main places that people can find us. And like I said, they can reach out at any time if they need help with anything, and we're there. We're there. We will help you.
And if we can't, we'll find somebody that can.
Exactly.
All right. Well, Rabbit, you've muted yourself. So
yeah. I was just letting the dog. Yeah, I was letting my dog out. So
all right, you got to take care of the fur baby.
Oh
I gotta go take care of my boxer.
We hear ours running up and down the hallways.
We just adopted a white female boxer. She's like almost 2 years old now, and she's a handful. I have a Chihuahua, and I thought that was, a hard dog to take care of. But yeah, she keeps us busy, so definitely.
Boxers are interesting dogs. I helped raise one. That was. They're fun. They're fun animals. All right. If Gwen's still around, and I hope she is, let's go ahead and.
She was asleep hours ago. No, I'm just joking.
We go ahead and wrap this up, Gwen.
Of course. You guys have a great night, and thank you for joining the show. I'm gonna take you down.
I appreciate. I wish there is some paranormal. Rabbit, y'all are fabulous people, and I'd love to have you on the show sometime again. And especially after you do that investigation for the Global Ghost Hunt, I look forward to watching that.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We'll let you know everything as we go get further into it.
Yeah, don't be shy. Just send me a message of what you're doing.
I promise you.
And as always,
all right, I'm going to take you guys down, and I'm going to let Len close it out for us.
All right.
All right.
Good show. I was listening in the background, of course, but it was a good show.
Yes, it was. They are interesting people, and they're going to an interesting place. Apparently, I've never been there. In fact, I've never heard of it before. So they're going to record it for Parapost, which of course was where I was on network before I came here. We parted on good ways. We didn't burn any bridges. I'm not going to say anything bad about them because I don't have anything bad to say about them.
There you go. That's the best way.
That's the best thing you do. You don't burn a bridge. You don't get mad at somebody. You got nothing bad to say. They're good network. They're good people. I wish them
That's
the
right.
I wish them luck with their global ghost
All
hunt.
right.
All right, now
I do
as
too.
far as what's coming up with me,
Mhm.
I'm looking for guests. There will be a major announcement put out in the next couple of weeks. I'm kind of keeping some of my dates open
Yep.
for that major announcement because I will have a guest on the show that will make the announcement. I'm not going to say any more than that. But what it's about,
All
it's
right.
important. It's big news. It's not the former Secretary of Defense, Secretary of State. It's the big new Brzezinski. But it is big news. That's a joke from Saturday Night Live during the Jimmy Carter years. Brzezinski was the Secretary of State back during the Carter administration. His daughter does a show on MSNBC. Her brother is the current ambassador to Poland, which is where the Brzezinskis came from, fleeing the Nazis. But next week, I will have Derek McFadden. He's a friend of the show, friend of the network.
Yes.
I don't have anybody after that. It depends on if the website's done. We're going to get the person to make the announcement on the 25th.
Okay.
If they have a delay, I'll be looking for somebody else. I'm also looking for October, and I'm also wanting to do on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, which of course Halloween weekend, the Days of the Dead. If anybody wants to come in and talk about the Days of the Dead, or they just want to come in here and have some fun on Halloween evening, because that's what Hallows Eve is all about, having a little bit of fun. The other two get a little serious, and the makeup's a little bit different. It's a little bit more colorful with Days of the Dead than the usual skull that we have. It's fun. I did it last year. I had a lot of fun with it, so I'm looking for people to help me out with that. And outside of that, I don't really have a whole lot going on outside of what I talked about with them. It's all ifs, ands, and buts, babies. I'm just busy here at home. You're busy on the road.
I am, and for anybody that's watching, and our guest also, join me. We're gonna start doing more lives starting tomorrow. We did take a few days here at my South Carolina home, and we're about to get back on the road and have some interesting stuff. And everybody, follow us, support us if you could. That'd be great. And I'm gonna say goodnight. I'm gonna let Len say goodnight, and we're gonna get off here and get on with it. How about that?
All right. I will talk to you the other side of the shutdown.
All right. Y'all have a good night.